What it do, snackers, snackets, and snack X's on this beautiful Tie Tuesday? It's your boy Gage. Send us in the building.
Yes, sir.
You are now tuned into Loading Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and we talk about things that are happening in pop culture. And
Today,
today we're gonna give our like top line thoughts on Fantastic Four because we must. We're
true.
going to talk about some of the big news. We'll talk about some of the news that came out of San Diego Comic Con. I don't really know that much of it was big, but we'll get to that. Um, we're gonna talk about both Avengers films getting delayed and what that means. What we think it means, we don't know. Like we don't
Yeah.
know, but we gonna talk about it anyway.
Ain't like we talked to
Um,
Feige or anything.
yeah, we're gonna talk about Sony um, getting a stake in Bandai Namco, and suing Tencent. You know, business as usual,
Hmm.
businessing. And then we're gonna watch this Aztec Batman trailer, which I guess is part of the San Diego Comic Con stuff. We'll also take a look at the Eyes of Wakanda trailer. Um, you know, so we have some things we got to take a look at. But before we do that, Sin will get things ready for you so you can go and follow us wherever it feels like it makes the most sense for you. And then Sin has a separate job to do.
Yeah, so let's shout out our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Hewson, Susan Dortch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, Alex Lee, Ellis Mbe, and Kermit Ferguson. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
I would like to take a moment to encourage you to encourage other people to join that list of Patreon members, if for no other reason to make it harder for Sin to memorize. Let's just
I knew that's where you were going.
just apply some pressure, folks. You know what I mean? I
You know
love the
what?
list.
That's pressure I'm welcome to have.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah,
mean. Let's put the press on this guy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Give it Chef.
I would be having a running list on the on the screen,
Yeah,
just reading it. Yeah.
yeah. You know what I mean? Um, Jokes may or may not be joining us, just so that y'all are aware. Let's go ahead and let that bat out of the cave real quick. He may or may not make it in to hang out with us this evening. If he does, we're always happy to have him. If
Yes.
not, the show must go on, and the show, in fact, will
Yeah.
go on. Sin, let's talk about Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Um, we've had what I would say was a pretty good in-depth discussion. We did a Spoiler Boys episode for Fantastic Four, which you all can go and check out. I'd highly encourage it. What up, Cuddy? Um, what's going on, Heather? Always a pleasure. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but in a former life,
Ah,
bars. Just
right.
so you technically in a current life bars, but like just I don't, you know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we've had a pretty solid conversation, I think, about Fantastic Four. Um, but I'm sure that there are still some people who maybe want to kind of hear some of the top line thoughts again for like stuff that really includes like spoilers and stuff like that. I highly encourage you to go check out Spoiler Boys. It's about an hour, which is pretty typical, and it really is more or less our very first thoughts because we tried to make sure that we shot that episode of Spoiler Boys. We were basically directly coming out of the movie.
Yeah.
Like for me, I came out of the theater, came home, and then we shot it. You guys had seen it a little bit earlier than
Like
I had.
30 minutes or so because you changed the date on you changed the time on yours, so you got to go a little earlier than you
Yeah.
originally planned. Yeah, so about 30 minutes probably so before yours ended. Yeah.
So we were pretty fresh. And while I still think that all of our thoughts at the time are valid, right? I've had a little bit of time to sit with it. I've had a few other conversations with people who I think importantly are not us. They're just moviegoers. They're like they're people I know who I work with, or whatever. They're maybe half and half with the MCU. They have their favorites. But they're not like really into it. And so I've had an opportunity to kind of collect some additional thoughts from people who I would say are on the outside, get some opinions on what people thought of the Silver Surfer or
Hmm.
not, whatever. Um, and though my thoughts haven't really changed, um, I do think it's a good opportunity for us to address, just kind of where we are overall with it. And I think what we didn't really do when we did Spoiler Boys, we really focused on the movie itself. We didn't really address how we think this stands in the overall MCU. So I think we maybe need to kind of take a look at that. Does that sound
Yeah,
about right?
yeah.
So let's do that. First and foremost, do you feel like any of your thoughts on the movie have changed since
No,
5, 6 days ago?
no.
Feel exactly the same.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good thing. I think. I think it's a good thing. Um, what are your overall thoughts on the movie?
I think the movie is good. I'm not on the bandwagon that a lot of people seem to be on, like, oh, the MCU is back. Yeah, yada, 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 that type of thing. I thought it was a good movie.
I have not. Now I will say I have not heard anybody say that about Fantastic Four. I did hear people say it about Thunderbolts, which
The two I keep hearing about in combination right now. Oh, they had Thunderbolts, that was one, and Fantastic Four. Like, yeah, MCU is back. I keep hearing them in the same conversation. Just that was the last two
really,
ones they put out. Yeah,
who are you hearing that from?
it's just people I'm seeing post online when I see them post stuff about like Fantastic Four or uh I know Noah. Shout out to Noah. I know he firmly believes in that. We talk about that a little bit this week on Anime Chat, just because we're just excited and fresh off of seeing it. So, but yeah, I see posts of people, putting stuff out there like that. I'm not on that bandwagon. I think it was a good movie. I didn't think it was all that and like a bag of chips and nothing like that. I thought it was solid, especially for Fantastic Four.
I mean, I think that's an important thing. Um, I think the movie's a good movie. I think it's the best Fantastic Four movie ever made.
Facts.
Um,
Can't deny that.
not that that is a high bar,
Yeah.
but I want to, but
But out
I
of all the
do
attempts
want to
they've
say,
tried, it's worth noting that out of all the attempts they've tried, they got it right with this one.
I mean, I think it's important to note, right, that like no matter where you are, whether you're like an MCU evangelist and you just love everything about the MCU and what they've done, and you are on kind of that boat of what you're talking about, saying where people are like, MCU is back. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
here, baby. I mean, I don't know, I don't know where that energy is coming from, but even if you're in that place, if you can recall having enjoyed, I'm gonna say the first two Fantastic Four films. We're not even gonna talk about that Michael B. Jordan movie. We're
Yeah.
just going.
The Fox one, yeah. Oof.
They were all Fox movies.
Oh, but yeah, yeah, but yeah, that last one was
That we're
atrocious.
talking about Fan Four Stick.
Yeah, that one was atrocious.
That trash. Um, if you enjoyed those first two movies, there's really no reason why you shouldn't go into this and enjoy this. I think a lot more than those first two films, even 20 years removed. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
even if you were a kid when those came out and you really enjoyed them, and at this point, you're kind of revisiting it. It doesn't feel like, if you take what X-Men was and then what X-Men became over time, like they have consistently improved on those movies for the most part. The last two joints, Let's kind of act like they didn't happen, right? But if you take Spider-Man and you look at the Tobey Maguire run,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Garfield run, Tom Holland run, like there is more to it than just like the modernization of like what we can do from like a special effects standpoint, and you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
there is more to it than that. um but in the same way that I feel like am I getting ready to start a fight? Let me
Probably.
think about this for a second. Not that I care, but like it will be very difficult for me currently to really give. I have a hard time giving credence to the people who feel like Heath Ledger was the best Joker ever, because I think that Nicholson did a phenomenal job. And because we're talking about comic books, this is a very different. Comic book movies, superhero movies are a very, very different thing when you're talking about adaptations from a book. Like if you do Lord of the Rings in 1980, and then you do it again in the year 2000, and then you do it again now, you're getting the same story.
Yeah.
It's the same, because it's a book that was written then, it hasn't changed, and so you're getting an adaptation that is based on the same book. What's different about comics and comic books is that they continue to come out,
Yep.
and the characters continue to evolve.
Or
So the
change completely.
version,
With the Fantastic
or
Four, it could be
change
them four,
completely.
yeah, and then the next time another one comes out, it's a whole new team.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a but I mean, even if you're dealing with the exact same characters,
Yeah.
the version of the Joker that Jack Nicholson played was very much in line with the version of the Joker that existed in the comic books at that time.
Right.
And he was played as such. The version of the Joker that Heath Ledger played has the ability to build on what the comics have done over the last 20, 30, 40 years, plus as an actor, build on what the actor before them did to
Mm-hmm.
bring that to fruition. It's a very different thing. It's not like anything else. So with comics and comic book movies, you're not just getting a new iteration, a retelling, quote unquote, of the same story in the same way. You are getting an evolution of those characters. The Fantastic Four have been a thorn in my comic loving side more or less since my relatively early teenage years, because I have never really loved them,
Mm-hmm.
respected, not loved them. And so, like, when the movies came out, it was like, this is cool because we're getting a Fantastic Four movie. I hope they can really do something with it. But those characters have evolved. What's up, Nana?
Hello.
And so it's interesting to see choices made in this movie that do take into consideration the evolution of the characters over time, right? The way that they're written, the way that they speak to one another, their interactions with one another, and kind of meld all that together while taking the look of the characters and how like corny they would be today, but placing them in a timeline that makes it make sense for them, and kind of blurring that and pushing that out of the way. So it's like you don't even really have that as a thing to just be like, but they're so corny because they're so old, right? And like
Mm-hmm.
what they do, like even saying something as dumb as it's clobbering time, it's corny.
Yeah.
But in the movie, he's like, dog, I'm not saying it.
Yeah. That's
I
that's
don't
something
even
that
want
that's
to.
something that the studios did. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The way he's saying it is like that's only in a cartoon, dog. I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So being able to kind of break that fourth wall a little bit, kind of play with that kind of stuff, I think the evolution of the characters in the comics has done an incredible job of allowing them to be able to have that influence portrayed now. And so, yes, you're getting another Fantastic Four movie. Yes, they are pulling from storylines with pieces of stuff that you have seen in some manner before. However, it's still new because the characters are consistently reinvented, right? And so compared to something like Dune, which I know people loved, but I didn't think was all that great. I thought it was cool, but you're still pulling from books that are decades old,
Hmm.
and it just feels like you're remaking a movie that already existed. But there isn't truly like a reinvention of those characters for you to use in the time because they're not consistent. Um, so I think that's an important thing to be able to speak to when you talk about Fantastic Four, where it is and how it exists now. If you were able to enjoy the first two movies, you should enjoy this more than you enjoyed those. I think that this is written better. I think that it is maybe more respectful to the characters in a way um than the previous films were.
Hmm.
Uh and I am on I'm like teetering on the like I need to go see this again. I'm
Really?
like
Okay. Okay.
yeah, but not like I need to see this again.
Yeah.
I'm like in that
Like in a different format or something.
yes, like
Okay.
I need to go sit in the moving seats and watch
Okay.
this
I,
movie.
I get that. Yeah, I get that. Okay.
That is kind of where I am. I didn't feel that way about Superman. It's not because I hate Superman. I just didn't feel that way about Superman.
In the moving seats, that Star Trekky sequence or whatever would be dope. And yeah, with the
Like,
moving seats. Yeah.
and there are moments in there with like the Fantastic Car where like it's kind of like weaving and bobbing. I'm like, this joint might be kind of clean in the moving seats. It's a little bit of. Heather said also this will have Pedro Pascal. I
Okay. Last one
mean,
said Jessica Alba. That got me in the theater. As much as I don't like the
right?
Fantastic Four.
You right.
Yeah.
You're right. Um,
Well, not the last one. That was the crappy one. But yes,
I mean, look, I don't.
yeah.
I like Pedro Pascal as an actor. I do understand why women like Pedro Pascal as Pedro Pascal.
Hmm.
I don't know that he necessarily brings anything special to the character though. Like Reed Richards is still just Reed Richards to
Yeah.
me. Like, and until we get like a full on council of Reeds where he's able to play like a bunch of different versions of Reed Richards, like he not doing nothing all that special. I mean, Gia, hey Gia, the girls love Pedro is real. You right, they do, and I'm not. I'm listen, and I completely understand that. However,
Hmm.
it did numbers for Aquaman, but it didn't help the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I mean.
Yeah.
Uh, Nana said, not my favorite Reed Richards. I can understand that. I I don't. Do you know what? For real, I don't think any of these are my favorite. Sue. I kind of liked Kate Mara as Sue.
Yeah, I
This
definitely
one
did.
feels the most right though because I feel like this one feels the most motherly. Which even before Sue Storm had a child or had children, I feel like she was kind of motherly. So I do feel like this kind of fit, you know, from an age standpoint. Heather said, but for real, I enjoyed it. It was interesting and low key, but not boring. That's an interesting take. In a weird way, it does feel like here's what I think is happening in the MCU. Stakes are high, but it doesn't matter because currently the MCU has a bookend problem. They're bookended by two of the greatest movies of all time in those last two Avengers films.
Yeah.
And the threat of the next two greatest movies of all time looming down the pipe. So like right now, it's almost like because we know those movies are coming, because they've announced them, you're kind of just strung along. Like people are going to see these because they know down the road.
Yeah, we're getting two more Avenger movies, and we're so excited for them to see everybody, all the new people, some of the old people come back together to be the Avengers again. And hopefully we get close to the magic that we got with them last two movies. That's what I'm hoping for.
And I'm going to be real with you. I don't know that we are.
No.
But here's what I will say. Nobody does villains better than Marvel. I put that on everything.
Thanos.
It's so nuanced.
Loki. Ultron.
Bro, like you really do kind of feel somebody. I'm no joke. Somebody asked me today at work, was like, "Hey, is the Silver Surfer a villain?" And I was like,
it's complicated.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, in the grand scheme of things, the Silver Surfer is bringing a planet-eating being to your planet
to eat your planet.
Yeah, like, hey, just so you know, your planet's marked for death. And they picked the planet. And let's not try to make this like Gia said, Endgame is a peak that will never be reached again. You know what? You're probably very right. However, in Feige we trust.
But they're gonna try.
And them brothers, man.
I'm about to say, the same people do it, yeah.
I don't know.
The right pieces. I don't know. The right piece are looking to be put in the right place. Is just the execution of it all. And what does that build up look like?
I actually get to hear Robert Downey Jr. be Victor Von Doom, it might seal it. Like it might really seal it. Because again, Kang, complicated character, easy to just hate him. But at the same time, they were already building on the like, he's stuck in a timeline. He's actually trying to prevent himself from coming back and doing a thing that would be a terrible thing. So is he the bad guy? Yeah, but even he's trying to stop himself. You know what I mean? Thanos, like, all my man really wanted to do was go sit down and farm. My man just wanted to plant some seeds.
Yeah.
Stir some food in a cauldron, you know what I mean? And chill. But like, his planet was desecrated. And to keep that from ever happening again,
I'm going to fix that issue.
I got to get rid of half of the population. How different is that really from Iron Man, Tony Stark being like, I got to put a bubble around the planet. And so I make all these robots. Therefore, we get Ultron. And look what Ultron does, right? And Ultron, I'm just doing what I was told. And the only way to save humanity,
you program this,
is to end humanity because y'all can't stop fighting each other. Like Killmonger, one of the greatest villains of all time, because people was really like, was Killmonger right? Like just being able to ask those kinds of questions about your villains almost makes the heroes secondary. Because really, no matter how much you like the heroes they put in these movies, the villains really
carry it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They matter so much.
A great villain, so like, you could just be over. Yeah.
That's probably the biggest problem with Black Panther 2 as a movie, is that like Namor is not really a great villain.
Yeah, especially following Killmonger. No.
Just like you had
to follow that as the next villain. Yeah.
You know, they didn't.
He's actually an
They
afterthought.
didn't do a great job of making you sympathize with him slash empathize with him. Where like you could actually like Ultron is so charismatic. It's so charismatic, right? Killmonger, charismatic. I'm taking over your entire kingdom. Hey, auntie. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing. Fantastic Four doesn't really have that. But in Silver Surfer, you have this story of a person who made the ultimate sacrifice to save their entire planet, but then is riddled with guilt because they are
It's what it
destroying all
costs.
these other
Yeah.
planets. At the same time, there are, I'm calling Pluto a planet. There are 9 planets in this solar system. You had to pick Earth. You couldn't have picked any of these
Right.
uninhabited
Yeah.
planets.
He literally flew past all of them to get to Earth. Like, you could have stopped off right there and had a meal, bro, and been good. Like,
I'm just saying, like, it wasn't, you know, but at that point, I want the child.
yeah, I want the baby. Give me the cosmic baby.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, I like putting Doom at the center of what the next big thing is super smart. And I mean, even pre MCU, Fox, X-Men, like Magneto is one of the greatest because you feel for him. You know what he went through.
Exactly. Yeah.
You understand why he is, how he is, why
his motives. Yeah.
angry,
Yep.
and it almost makes you want to side with him. You know what I mean? Like you kind of don't, and you just don't. That nuance of villain is the thing that I feel like will carry the MCU or not. That's what it is. Like we are waiting for that villain. That
And with all that
is
being said, I'm not familiar with Doom at all because I was an X-Men guy growing up, and he wasn't like an X-Men villain, nothing like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing Robert Downey Jr. play him. And I know a lot of people are Doom fans, and they've been waiting for him to come into the MCU. So just to see everybody get excited for that is making me hyped to see how they handle Doom. So I'm excited to see, like you said, when they first dropped that trailer or something with him in it, just saying something. Yeah, goosies.
I'm like, here's the thing. I was never a Doctor Doom fan, quote unquote. But make no mistake, I dressed up as Doctor Doom for Halloween one year. Fact. Okay. He been on my radar for a long time, right? Doctor Doom, for a long time, I think was maybe the most underrated villain in Marvel Comics. Super smart, super powerful, politically motivated, but also like jealousy motivated. What's up, Jokes? Welcome to the show.
Hey, buddy.
Here's what I'll tell you. What you have seen of Doom, like in previous Fantastic Four films, doesn't even come close.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Nah, dog.
Some people not ready
dog.
for.
Like right now, in the comics, Doctor Doom is the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like Slim is like genius, tech, has his own country, wields magic. Like Slim is not like Slim's pretty vicious. And I don't know, man. On that note, since we're already on the topic of like the, Fantastic Four or whatever, we did get an announcement over the last couple of days that they are moving the next 2 Avengers films back 6 months each. Okay. So what was originally supposed to be, go to my notes. So Doomsday was supposed to be next May. It's supposed to be May 1st of 2026. It is now December 18th.
Oof.
Secret Wars was supposed to be May 27th of the following year, 2027. It is now December 17th.
Oh,
Here's what that does. The next Spider-Man film, the next Tom Holland Spider-Man film, Spider-Man Brand New Day, was originally slated to come out in between those films. Now it's coming out
Before either
before
one.
both of those
Mhm.
films. But it also makes me wonder what Kevin Feige is up to. Because like 2 weeks ago, we talked about this. Mans was like, oh, we're not allowed to touch Miles Morales. Sony told us we can't do nothing with Miles Morales until after the
Spider-Verse 3.
third
Yeah.
Spider-Verse movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But that joint just got pushed back to 2027. Like June of 2027. So if Secret Wars is now happening in December of 2027, we might be getting some Spider-Verse in
That would be
Secret
nice.
Wars.
That would be nice.
If you recall in the comics, when they did Secret War the second time, which was not that long ago, in the original Secret War, that was when Spider-Man first got the black suit.
Mm-hmm.
The Venom symbiote came from the original Secret War comic. The second Secret War basically ended the Ultimate Universe,
Mm-hmm.
which is where Miles Morales came from. He as a character existed in the Ultimate Marvel Comics universe, not in the main Marvel Comics universe. It was Secret War that brought everything together, and then
Yep.
when that was over, certain characters survived from the Ultimate Universe and got pulled into the main universe. Miles Morales was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He's arguably the most important one. Him and like Spider-Gwen, if you will.
Mhm.
Right? So if you're now going to have the Spider-Verse film come out before Secret War happens, and Secret War is basically going to be Battle World, where you have all the multiverse stuff kind of coming to a head and then ending, and it should put everything back where we
Right.
are starting clean. And they have already announced that after Secret War, they're rebooting everything. We're
Mm-hmm.
getting new people playing the Avengers. We're
Recast.
getting new
Mm-hmm.
people playing the X-Men. We're getting new. So Secret War is it. This is the culmination. So yes, whether they have announced them coming back or not, I'm telling you, everybody's coming back.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah.
Everybody, with the exception of maybe Scarlett Johansson. She might be the only person that just be
Mhm.
like, nah, she's dead and we leaving her dead. We'll just bring somebody else in and have another Black Widow that's, from another timeline or something like that.
Mhm.
They might still be mad at her. I don't, you know what I mean? I can't call it. However, if I'm Disney and she is currently the highest grossing actor
Mhm.
of all time, period, highest global grossing numbers
I want to have her
ever,
there.
you might want to have
Yeah.
her there. I mean, they let James Gunn come back to do the third Guardians movie after they fired him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You see how that turned out in the long
Mhm.
run. You know what I'm saying? So the other thing that makes me wonder is whether or not, in some manner, this might be a reaction to how well the Superman movie is doing.
Hmm.
Because they have a slate. DC does have a slate.
They do.
Supergirl comes out next summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's supposed to. They can move things around and
Of
change
course.
whatever.
Yeah.
But as
As
of
of
right now,
right.
Superman is doing as well as it is. The Supergirl TV show did incredible numbers. It was on TV for
Mm-hmm.
far longer than I thought it was going to be. And I think people are not ready for how much doper Supergirl is than Superman. If they
I
even
agree.
come close to getting this right, we might have a problem.
Good.
Full
Looking for a
stop.
problem. Yeah.
Now, What I will say is, I don't want Crypto nowhere near this movie.
It's her dog.
I don't care. I don't care.
I need more crypto.
Man, I don't.
Need more crypto. He got to be there.
Yeah. If they do it right, it could be, a thing. What do you think? Do you think that means we're getting Miles Morales in Secret Wars?
I think that's a dope way to do it. Especially, they already say, at least until the next Spider-Verse movie comes out, Miles Morales is off the table. And if by chance we can get that and we can get him to the point of Secret Wars, that's perfect and in tune with how things can happen in the comics. And if I doubt we'll see like the rights necessarily revert from Sony back to Disney or anything like that, it's still at that point for it. But I still think that just makes the story perfect if we can get him in at that point for it. If we shifted,
let me address this. Julia says, I understand the Superman hate, but don't let Crypto. I like Crypto in the comics, in animation. I did not like Crypto in this movie. Sin, I know you loved it.
Yeah, he was my favorite part of the movie. Yeah.
Which is fair, all things considered. But like, I really could just, let me tell you something. If you really want to see what Supergirl can do, go watch Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. The animated, like, we don't need no dog in this. Like, if you just really want to see, she said, Crypto catch that hate. Yeah, like, cause we don't need them. We don't need them now.
Soups needed him
in that, or he be dead.
Yeah, right. 100%. Yeah,
like twice over.
Yeah.
If you watch, I'm telling you, if you watch Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, it sounds like it's about Superman and Batman.
No,
it's not.
It's not.
It's Supergirl's origin story.
About Supergirl.
Yeah.
It's about her arrival and her like getting used to being on the planet, her being a young teenager and wanting to go out and do what young girls do or whatever. Crypto was there. Crypto can't stand her.
Nope.
Remember, Crypto kept barking at her?
Barking at her. She was running from him. Yep.
She was running from him. Perfect. Let's leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, when it's time to let the hands go.
Hey,
hands on the dark side.
She don't play.
What? No games. No games. Right when you think the movie's over and everything's sweet.
Nope. Hey, listen, that's where when you think that movie is literally at the end, you're about to have credits roll, they smack you in the face. It's like, oh, we back in the wrecking mode. Let's go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Here's Supergirl versus Darkseid of all things. Like, oh, that's
all I really need. You probably could look it up on YouTube. If you just YouTube probably Supergirl versus Darkseid, you probably can find it.
Oh, you can find that real easy.
Says it's not Crypto's fault. He has no home training. That's Supergirl's fault.
Yeah.
Well, her definition of training.
Clark's just trying to deal. You would think Clark would be better with animals considering he grew up on a farm.
Apparently not Crypto.
I know that Crypto listens. It comes when he whistles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Slim got some training.
There's a little bit in there.
It took me a while to get him to understand. Just drag me home, my guy. Stop jumping on me out here.
Here's the thing. I'm not blaming Crypto, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm good. Like I'm good. I just don't need it. I don't. Let's not put Crypto on the moon with Superman. Let's not do that. Yeah. Let's not even do that. Like, or he can stay on the moon with Superman and not be in the Supergirl movie, and I'll probably be fine. Cause now, if they try to John Wick her and something happens to Crypto, and she got to let them hands go, I might be like, let's get it.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, look, I think them moving these movies around, we've already kind of talked about how I'm hurt because the next Spider-Verse movie was supposed to be coming 2026. The fact they push it back to 2027 has me upset. But I'm trying to give them a little leeway because maybe, just maybe, they're gonna slide me like a K-pop Demon Hunters Part 2. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, because we gotta take care of the honeymoon. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Fingers
maybe,
crossed
just
on that.
maybe, Sony Animation was like, we gotta put the brakes on this Spider-Man joint. We on to something right now.
Yeah, we gotta get another K-pop demon hunter out there. We got to.
Listen, this ain't look, man.
Stop being such
You
a
need
hater,
to
Zay.
give in. Even all your folks giving in.
Stop being a hater,
BTS
Zay.
gave in. They know what it is. They running the charts right now.
You know it's gonna be golden. Don't do that.
Yeah, look. It is what it is, man. Them Sasha boys.
What?
Out here with they soda pop.
Let them be your idol. Let them be your idol, Zay.
Hey, Joe still had no idea what we talking about.
I haven't watched it yet.
And it's a travesty that you have not watched this yet.
I have to fix that.
Like I said, the honeymoon is gone. AT's is on tour. Let me tell you, AT's is in trouble because when Huntress go on tour, they gonna eat them numbers up. That's all they gotta do. Ew, don't do that. I'm just saying. Look.
They'll be mad at AT's breakout in the idol.
Hey,
just saying.
Bro, listen. There's very little doubt in my mind that could happen. That joint would just be playing in the background and you just catch them. It's likely to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Well, soda pop.
Yeah. If again, if that's the reason why they push back Spider-Verse, I might be willing to accept that. Like I might just be like, all right, give me another banger straight to Netflix. That's cool. Don't try to overdo it. Don't try to put it in the theater. Nah, that's cool. Just straight to Netflix. Let's eat the streaming webs up and call it a day. ATs is the Sasha boys for real. Right, Jim? That's what I'm saying. It's like I can't. It's undeniable. You know what I'm saying? Like it just this. They on it. Hey, see, there it is. Ain't it jokes? You really should watch it though.
Okay.
There's a way in this household to hate on something and still sign off on it. This is what we do. You know what I mean? So like, it's kind of like San Diego Comic-Con happened this past weekend. Before we get into the quote unquote big news, and I'm quote unquoting it because what I want to do is I want to say that I don't really feel like there really was any big news that came out of San Diego.
Yeah, nothing super crazy.
No.
Both Sony, both Marvel and DC more or less pulled out completely. They didn't really have anything. I think really the only thing that DC had was Peacemaker 2, which is like season 2, which is like they released a new trailer, but it's not like we didn't already have a trailer and like we didn't know it was coming. So it wasn't like some kind of major sneak peek behind the scenes thing or whatever. But before I even get into like my list of kind of what I think were the standout things from San Diego, did you guys see anything that you feel like maybe you need to speak on or say something about or whatever?
No, the biggest thing that came out there was the biggest thing that came out there as far as anime wise that I cared about was the Gundam stuff. That was it. So, but I know we talked about all that stuff this week on the episode. So, yeah.
Yeah, the 30th anniversary of Gundam thing was cool. Yeah. I almost added the trailer, but it was like 3 minutes, and I was like, nah, we're not gonna do that.
It's okay. I've watched it enough, so it's okay.
I'm sure you have.
What you haven't done is watch K-pop Demon Hunter.
Right. Gundam, we know you're gonna watch that.
Yeah, come on, man. I mean,
but yeah, Sin hit that nail on the head. Because other than that, like, I think there was a lot more like toys and figures and stuff that got announced. SWAT Cats is actually making a return, and it's going to be in comic form. Yeah, I was like that was pretty dope.
From the original writers and creators, which is cool.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
SWAT Cats is like SWAT Cats is like an underrated
Oh,
Yeah.
banger. Like I put SWAT Cats like just below Gargoyles in terms of like a show that was like directed at kids, but really wasn't for kids. Had like
mhm.
themes and stuff that
Mhm.
went way beyond it, and had like way better action and writing than it had any
Oh,
business
and
having for
having.
like an after school
Oh, yep. Got
TV
home.
show. You know what I mean? Up, Anna said, "Joe, you the only one. Come on, get on that K-pop Demon Hunter. See, you get whooped now. You know what I'm saying?"
I was saying the Avatar stuff that came out was exciting too.
So I was gonna say, I mean, well, they, oh, I mean,
I mean, we
here's the
knew
thing,
this stuff
man.
was coming, but
Exciting is
like,
like
yeah,
it's exciting is if they gave us a trailer, then maybe it's exciting. They gave us this, which is beautiful. You know what I mean? Look, I think it's beautiful. It looks good. I like the art style.
Mhm.
You know, I would say that I'm already in just based on what it looks like.
Mhm.
I mean, she got a peg leg and she's an
hmm
earthbound. You know what I'm saying? And she has like a monkey cat. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, you know, Avatar Seven Havens
Mhm.
is what the new series is going to be called, and I'm highly interested. You know what I mean, and seeing what
hmm
they do and where it goes. It's the 20th anniversary of Avatar. That joint is 20 years old, which is kind of crazy. You getting old jokes. Um, so we have talked about Killer of Killers, the animated Predator
Yes, yes, yes.
movie that came out on Prime.
hmm
So San Diego Comic Con, they actually did a patch to the end of the movie. So if you remember at the end of the movie, we talked about the Easter egg at the end of the movie where when they panned through and you saw like the faces of like people
Yeah,
that
I know.
were like frozen at the end, they had the young lady from Prey.
makes
Remember?
sense now. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Yep.
So
they
they
did a big
added
one.
these two.
They added a big one.
You know what? When we were
They
prepping,
added these
and
two.
when we were prepping for the show earlier, and that's how you put this up real quick to get it loaded. I was like, did I just see Danny Glover?
You did see Danny Glover
Okay, so it
and
makes sense.
Arnold
Okay,
Schwarzenegger.
yeah, okay.
A lot of
Yeah.
people, there's a lot of speculation of people who are really excited about them going back and patching that in
And
and
putting
what it
them.
means for
mhm.
Predators going forward, right? And what they're going to do with the franchise. At the same time, I didn't load up an images. I mean, I guess I can pull it, but it doesn't really matter. Um, because we're talking about Predator, you kind of can't talk about Predator without talking about aliens. And I don't know if you saw, but Marvel announced Captain America versus Aliens.
No.
Oh, I did
Right,
not
hold
see
on.
this. I did not see that.
Oh, come on. Give me a second.
Hey,
There's multiple covers, but I'm going to show you one of them. Give me a second.
hey, Sin. These aliens having that shield just bounce off of those super strong titanium, whatever skulls that they have. Oh, that's going to be insane.
Um,
Ooh.
Oh,
Cap got his work cut out for him.
yeah, but you know what? He can do this all day.
that's enough out of you, buddy.
To that acid blood,
Yeah.
he crack open and
So
start spilling on him.
Oh,
you have to remember that Disney, who owns Marvel, also owns
uh huh.
Alien
hmm
and Predator because they were a Fox
Yep.
property. So this is one of the covers. There is another variant cover. And while I'm here, I might as well just go ahead and scroll. So they announced
I did see the
the Ninja
Godzilla.
Turtles versus
Mhm.
Godzilla.
Turtles are short on that one.
The turtles will fight anyone.
Literally.
Hey, hey,
They
Sin,
will
listen.
cross these dudes over with anyone.
I'm gonna say because Sin, at this point now, the turtles have been with everybody else for all. Like, if they decided to twist in like the Power Rangers, like they have a mech they could easily bring
They
in to
do.
fight at Godzilla if needed be. So
They don't need something because Godzilla gonna wash them.
hey, listen, that Joe. Now
I saw
that
that. That's gonna be funny.
I'm actually a little
President
excited for.
Curtis,
President
President
Curtis.
Curtis, the Rick and Morty spinoff.
Oh,
We'll see
Chief
how it goes.
David.
To me, it feels like Cleveland getting his own show. And even though it had a couple of seasons, it didn't really last. We'll see what this does.
Potential.
But I think it's cool. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That it's happening in the first place.
Mhm.
But those are really probably the biggest things that I saw that came out of it
I
that
would
weren't
agree.
like, again, there are a couple trailers that we'll take a look at um as well today. They did announce this wasn't really part of San Diego, but they did announce the God of War TV show.
Okay.
Um I'm not I don't I'm a little bit weary about this. Um Jokes, did you play through God of War 2018?
The
This is
original one,
based
yes.
on God
Yeah.
of War 2018.
Yes,
You
I did
played through
play
the
through
first
it.
one, not through the
Mhm.
second one. Okay. Saying you haven't played through either one.
No, I
Correct.
beat the first one. I don't have the second one, but I beat the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that first, now mind you, they are saying that they are getting like the same creative team that did Fallout
Okay.
to
Okay.
work on it. So I'm giving them I'm adding some benefit of doubt. You know what I mean? To the ingredients I'm throwing on this. Um, but here's my thing. God of War 2018, I think it was an incredible video game. Like it was incredible. It was really tight storytelling, really well done, great production. I love the story.
Just not the
And I
fast travel.
don't I hated the fast travel. It's the worst fast travel ever
That
ever.
was the stupidest
It's the
thing.
worst fast travel ever, dog. But I don't know if that game is great, is as great as it is because we already knew Kratos. Like
Mhm.
Kratos as a character was an extremely one-dimensional character prior to this game.
Mhm.
And it was really like being aware of and knowing all of the backstory from the previous God of War
Mhm.
games. And now he was just kind of angry dude, just kind of going
Yeah.
and killing, and that's just what he did. This was the first time you kind of got to see Kratos open up
Right.
and be a person,
Mhm.
have some level of fatherhood to him. And I am concerned about their ability to, like, because this is supposed to be based on that game
Mhm.
and it's not going back to the very
Very
beginning. I
beginning.
Mhm.
guess look, they could do some flashbacks and
They're gonna
tell
have
some
to.
things,
Yeah.
but I don't know that that will really fill in the blanks of what Kratos became and allow you to truly see the nuances of what the character
Mhm.
is or becomes by the time you end the second game. But even if by the time you end the first game, because a lot of it was just like you do see him kind of open up a bit more and develop that relationship with Atreus, with his son, who I don't know. Look, that game was in 2018, so
I was gonna say
spoiler.
it's been long enough.
Um, Atreus is Loki, so the god of mischief, and that you really don't get to explore until you get to the second game.
Mhm.
Um, so I won't spoil that, but um, those things notwithstanding, I think there's a great story that's there, and I think people could really be into because of what it is, like just what takes place. But I'm not sure that if Kratos is the focus, I think it might not work as well as if they make maybe Atreus
The
the
focus
focus.
had
We'll see.
Mhm.
In other news, um, I was gonna talk about Skydance and Paramount finally doing their merger thing, but I don't feel like it. I just don't want to get into that. At some point we'll get into what that actually means because right now we don't know.
Mhm.
So, um, But Sony purchasing a stake in Bandai Namco. Now, this was rumored like, I want to say we talked about this like a year ago,
Probably so.
give or take. Around maybe not quite around when Elden Ring first came out, so maybe a little further, out from that. There was some speculation there, and now it's a let me pull this. So Sony getting a stake in Bandai Namco. Top level, what do you think this does? What do you think it means?
First thing that popped on my mind, just seeing this, is I'm wondering what's going to happen with the anime gaming side of things, because Bandai Namco does most.
That's the biggest.
Yeah, most of the stuff they put out. Yeah, that's where we get all our anime games from. Is from them. So does that mean Sony may be getting some exclusive stuff coming down the pipeline? Are they going to put money into like maybe popular projects they want to get a game made out of or something like that? Like not saying it's going to be maybe a Spy Family or something like that doesn't have a game yet that's super popular or whatever, or to create something new. Like instead of these arena fighters, let's put some money into something a little deeper, something a little bit more expansive and creative down that pipeline. That's the first thing that pops in my head when I think about it.
Yeah. When you think about their fighters and you think about Sony's ownership of Evo,
that too.
Crunchyroll, right? The anime fighters and them owning, Crunchyroll again. When you talk about that anime pipeline, that Funimation and Crunchyroll being Sony, them having a stake in Bandai, like it is really, I do believe it's less about the video games and much more about the anime and the production and having control over that. What I think is happening personally is that I think that Sony is making one of, if not the smartest move in business right now, because they are cornering the market on ownership of anime and its ability to stream and be seen by all of the West. UK, US, if you want anime, you almost completely have to go through Sony to get it. It's just they have pretty much bought up everything. Whatever they haven't bought already and don't have full ownership of, they have a stake in, right? Which gives them a little bit of a say so. It's not like
right.
But if you're an anime fan and you want access to it, you're trying to find it, you're trying to get your hands on it, in some manner, you're gonna have to go through Sony. It's pretty much where we are at this point, right? So it's a smart move as far as that's concerned. Bandai put out on their website a note about their strategic partnership. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but Bandai Namco Holdings Inc. and Sony Group Corporation today announced the signing of a strategic business alliance agreement. Sony has also agreed with existing shareholders of Bandai Namco to acquire 16 million shares held by those shareholders for approximately 68 billion yen. With the acquisition of these shares, Sony will become a shareholder holding approximately 2.5% of the total issued shares of Bandai Namco. Now,
that's crazy. It's only
2.5%.
That's crazy.
It's a very small amount. I guess not. So, like, again, when they say we're entering a strategic partnership, I think the difference is that they have shareholders, but their shareholders, for the most part, are me and you, right? Like anybody who happens to have shares in the company. But when another company that has ownership of things like Crunchyroll, like, you know what I mean, there's a benefit to them, which also in turn benefits the other shareholders, because it just puts them in a position where, all right, we have a ship to put the product on and put it in front of people. right? Like it just they absolutely have that control, and being able to utilize that in a vehicle to get it in front of people who otherwise would never see it.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about what Cartoon Network and Toonami were to the entire movement of anime in the West, this, in my opinion, is very similar to that, because kids now don't have Toonami. They do have streaming services. They do have PlayStations. They
Mm-hmm.
do know Crunchyroll, right? They do, like, and their access, their portal to that, for most of them, comes through PlayStation. It just, that's what it is.
Mhm.
So that partnership probably has a lot of that. It says, through this business alliance and Sony's investment in Bandai Namco as two of the leading Japanese entertainment companies, Bandai Namco and Sony will focus on expanding the fan community for IP, such as anime and manga, around the world, and strengthening engagement, particularly in the anime field, where rapid market growth is anticipated, while merging their strengths to create new and emotionally moving experiences for fans, and as a result of these efforts to maximize the value of IP. Here's what that says. To me, Sony wholly intends to take characters you already know and love and put them in anime.
Mm-hmm.
Give them anime forms. One of the things that you're seeing, again, as companies expand more multi-channel into multimedia, right? There's a Twisted Metal show. Like the new season of Twisted Metal starts like tomorrow or something.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Stop it.
Yeah, first season was way better than I thought it was
I,
going to be.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
hear you. I'm just saying,
I'm not going to get
let's
to it
take-
for until a minute. I got plenty of other things to watch.
We're not about to make a game. We don't even care about that. Let's make a whole show and put it out, right? And put it only on streaming services. Let's do the same thing with God of War, right? Even though we intend to continue to, you know what I
Right.
mean, put
Mm-hmm.
more stuff out, right? So what else do they have that they're sitting on that could possibly be something they turn around and they put in front
Horizon
of
Zero
people?
Dawn, they're going to keep pushing that.
Mm-hmm.
Horizon, Ape
Mhm.
Escape, I mean, Power Rapper. Like
What's
there's
the name?
stuff that they have
Astrobot.
that they're sitting on. Again, Astrobot,
Yeah.
right? Could be like it just there
Ratchet and
are
Clank.
the opportunity for them to take Astrobot and continue to add. Like they just use Astrobot. Like I mean, he's really Sackboy. Let's stop playing. Let's
The
stop
new
pretending
Snack
that
Boy, yeah.
Astrobot is
Snack
a
Boy.
brilliant invention. It's just Sackboy. Like you could have said that there was a robot inside of the Sackboy, and it was Astrobot. They're the same.
He took
like,
off
I'm
the
not,
sack and this Astrobot.
Yeah,
underneath.
I'm not. Yeah, like Astrobot is the bones inside of Sackboy, even though it's not supposed to have no bones. Because all they did with Sackboy was consistently make him look like other Sony characters they already had.
Yeah.
That's the same thing they do with Astrobot, right?
Yeah.
And you play Astrobot's Playroom, you play the new joint, like you could be Cloud, you could be, you know, you can be Nathan Drake, you can be all these other characters, and you're basically just going through the history of Sony. Well, now they can start adding these anime characters in for Astrobot and giving them levels that are based on that, and like there's a rolling thing here with that IP and kind of putting it in front of people and getting people familiar with things that in some ways speaks to the brilliance of what Nintendo did with Smash Brothers. Because I mean, I don't know about you, but like Fire Emblem is an old IP.
Mm-hmm.
They was just dropping Fire Emblem characters in Smash Brothers like people knew or cared, and
Yeah.
nobody did. But then they did because they were there,
and they were great characters to play with.
Yeah.
So you have introduced these characters to people who like they know who it is.
Mhm.
Oh, I played with someone on Smash Brothers. He vicious. He died. You know, whatever. What game is he from? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that kind of a thing.
Give me a
right?
Fire Emblem anime. That would be so
Three
fire.
Houses anime. Woo.
Sen comment.
Which is
Hey, listen, hey, Sen.
Be like a Harry Potter anime. I mean,
Hey,
it's
Sen.
kind of.
The rumor is apparently Three Houses has done so well. Apparently, there is a sequel currently being planned. Um, I
I would
know
be all.
with apparently they're actually getting ready. Apparently they're releasing a new DLC for Three Houses that
Ooh.
apparently is supposed to add a fifth path that's supposed to be like a neutral path amongst all the houses.
Hmm.
Uh I'm waiting to officially hear that. If because if that's good, that's kind of dope.
Fingers crossed. I'll be all over that if it drops.
I still have to play like two more go arounds because
Yeah,
I
me
just have
too.
to.
I'm in the I'm in the blue squad going around right now.
Does it have you played it on the Switch 2 yet? Jokes, does it work
Yes, I
or play
have.
better?
It
Or
works pretty smooth. It's just like load time, like the small things, like the load times and things. Like it just moves a lot quicker, which like that type of stuff I really appreciate.
hey, Jokes,
Hmm.
I'm gonna ask you this one time. You got Nintendo Online, right?
I do.
You get that Mario Paint? They dropped
Nope. I
Mario
didn't.
Paint yesterday,
Oh,
dog,
they
and I
did.
ain't. I was this close, dog. I was like, oh, they playing. Don't play. Mario Paint was like my life when I figured it out and started to understand it. No bull.
I was about to go get
Yeah,
that
they put it
pack.
out yesterday. You can actually run it on Switch One, and you can actually attach a regular mouse to it. You know, you use the
Okay.
mouse
Nice.
joint on. You can run it on Switch One and use the mouse. Um, yeah, it's very interesting. Um, that's enough of that. Sony, do y'all remember? Like a couple months ago, we watched a trailer for a game, and that joint looked exactly like Horizon Zero
Oh
Yes.
Dawn.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Copy and paste.
Yeah. So Sony is suing
Yep.
Tencent.
I get
Rightfully
it.
so.
I
Honestly,
get it.
just say like rightfully so. Like
Yeah.
that joint is just
You
copying.
try to talk your way out of this one.
You
It's
didn't even try to change it up a little bit.
not even nothing. Nothing. Even the posters look damn near the same.
And
The
here's what's
posters
crazy.
are damn near this.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he just said. Jokes like you just said it.
No,
I
I'm
wouldn't even say
agreeing.
it.
No, I am agreeing with it.
Um, and here's the thing. Here's probably the most interesting thing about this to me. So in the lawsuit, Sony states that Tencent and like the studio that was responsible for it
Mhm.
came to Sony a number of months back and tried to get them to partner with them to do a Horizon mobile game.
Hmm.
And Sony said no.
Okay.
So I guess these brands were just
I said,
like,
well then.
all right.
Well then,
We're just gonna do it anyway.
I'll do it ourselves.
I hit him with the Thanos. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, they just was like, I mean, okay, I guess I'll just, yeah, you know.
They did it, but
Yeah. Respectfully, yeah, y'all should get sued. That is blatant. Like,
Hey, look, Tencent is the biggest gaming company on the planet. Whatever they pay Sony, Sony is suing them. I think it's 150,000 for each
okay, I was gonna say,
infringement. So it would be for like the first Horizon game, the second Horizon game. I think for the Lego set. I think for the Lego game that they put on. Remember they put a Lego joint on Switch or
yeah.
whatever. Anything that touches the overall like intellectual property of it. The game don't even have a release date. It doesn't matter.
it ain't gonna have one ever now.
It's out there in the world. Yeah, we got to see it.
Hey, for real, dog. Go get them, Sony. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm not. Like go get them.
Yeah, like it's so bold and so obvious. It's like, come on, this is just disrespectful. Y'all didn't even try to switch it up. You didn't even try to copy the homework and switch it up to make it look like yours. No, it's just
you could have changed the world, the designs of like way creatures,
the main
and things
character.
Look, like, everything just looked like, oh man, this is a new Horizon game. Oh wait, that ain't Horizon, but that is Horizon. Wait, what's going on?
That's Temu Horizon. That's what that is. No.
Yeah, facts. Horizon in a plastic bag, buddy.
Yeah.
Not even. It's kind of crazy. Sin.
Which one?
We gotta talk about this Aztec Batman. We have to.
You know, when you first when I saw you put up the post, I thought it was like a new run of comics or something. I didn't know it was like a movie until we get ready for this. I'm like, oh, it's a trailer. Oh, okay. Like I didn't know that. All right, slightly a little bit more interested. Got to see the trailer, of course, but
let's see how it turns out.
Like here you go.
It might play twice. You probably have to stop it, and it should be the English because they did it in English and Spanish. You got to do the English joint first.
Yep, English and Spanish. Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll hear it back. Let's make sure the volume is decent. All right.
A wise man told me once, fear can kill you or inspire you to action.
My son, when you take my place, it'll be your duty to always be ready for battle.
What are those?
Show like Venture Brothers.
My hands control the power of destiny. What I want.
I don't like the look.
Is called
I don't at all.
Impossible. We have strict rules in place that forbid this.
Rules are rules.
It's gonna look like an old Flash animation.
Slaughter them all!
Are you all right? Where's your father? I'm going to stop Cortez. I want you to train me to become the greatest warrior that the world has ever known.
What else do you require, my lord?
Fear. Even with all of your training, I still can't defeat them.
If only there was somebody who was stealthy.
Catwoman.
Jaguar woman.
Find that.
And she turns into
Two-Face.
Oh, he's Two-Faced. Oh.
Put your trust in me. Cortez must stand and face my vengeance.
Not vengeance,
Nice.
but through sacrifice.
You've been given a sacred mission. Whether you accept it or not, it's the truth.
Tell us, war leader, what are your orders?
Attack!
No, we won't do that. I can go first. Absolutely not. Absolutely 100%. They can miss me with this BS.
Why?
I didn't like anything about it. I'm good.
Is it just the art, like the style of it? Is that really what?
The story, I wasn't. Yes, the look of it, didn't like it. The story wasn't gravitating to me. I wasn't feeling it. Like, no, not for me.
Jokes? Go ahead. It looks all right to me. Go ahead.
It looks okay. Like I'm okay. Look. I'm okay. I like when we do like these, like these spin around the type of stories that like, hey, let's take the character that you know and love and let's do something different. Like I like when they try to do those things, and don't get me wrong, some of them do not stick. But I'm willing to watch because I believe this is the second time they've done this. I believe there was another Aztec Batman. I do believe.
I know Batman Ninja, and now Aztec Batman.
I know that there is like a toy that is like a bat symbol that has like Aztec designs on it. Gia said it looks like fan made AU. I agree 1,000,000%. Again, this looks like Flash animation done by a late high school, early college student that they were just like, let's like. It doesn't look like they put any money into this at all.
Or maybe I saw a preview of this one because I thought they showed something like this a long time ago, and maybe that was the original preview of this, and maybe it got shelved or something they bought out because I do remember.
It's called Deja Vu. She dreamt about
it could be. Hey, listen, could be.
That's. Here's the thing. I don't like this at all. There's a part of it that's like, I get the idea of the concept, saying it's a new bedtime movie unlocked.
Not even close, Zay. Not even close.
You put on K-pop Demon Hunters and you go to bed.
Right.
Don't you dare. This is the thing. I get what you're saying, Jokes. Like when they kind of put a new spin on characters, you know, like again, they did it with Batman Ninja. It was terrible. Batman Ninja's terrible.
Yes.
I
remember.
I feel like I would be offended if this was African Batman. Like if they just did the same thing, but they made it in Africa or whatever, I'd be like,
yeah, like no, we don't
Black
need this.
Panther.
Yeah,
You can't
we don't need this.
KB said I did not and do not need Aztec Batman. Now listen, I don't want to take it away from somebody who feels like they do need it.
Yeah.
If for some reason this resonates with like
that culture,
the Oaxacan community,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like if it for some reason if it resonates with them,
take it, have a great time with it. Yeah, like
absolutely. You know what I mean? Like I don't. But it just,
I don't need this.
Here's the thing. To me, I can enjoy putting a spin on characters that already exist and like, you know. But I'd rather see mashups like a Batman DeLorean. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Give me that. But like, this actually feels like it's more devoid of like actually coming up with something new. You know what I mean? And different when you just kind of like, we're gonna do the exact same thing. But it's like when they did like the Gaslight Batman, when it was like in the 1800s or whatever. Like, yeah, that's cool. I don't really mind that. You know what I mean? So much. But I think anytime you begin to delve into other cultures, you're pushing a fine line.
Yeah.
Like you really are. And I also think, given the nature of the political climate towards Spanish-speaking people here, KB said stop, please. No one asked for this. I don't think anybody did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it might not be. It could also just be really bad timing. You know what I mean? Like it just could be. This just feels, this of all the things that WB decided to, even though it's done, let's put it on the shelf and not put it out. This feels like
they should have put it on the shelf.
Like, you know what?
Not now. Let's tuck it away.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it just, let's not even announce that we did this and we're putting it away. Let's just quietly sweep it under the rug and take the tax write off and call it a day. Because they did announce at San Diego that they're finally going to put out the Wile E. Coyote.
Coyote on, yep.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
in August. I was like, I'm happy that they're doing it like that. I was actually interested in that jump, but
you're interested in everything, Jokes, except for K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, this movie that has blown up the charts, just all on Spotify and Netflix and everything, and you just won't watch it for some reason. But
my man is like, Wile E. Coyote movie. I was gonna go see that.
No, you weren't.
You weren't, Jokes.
I was. No, I definitely was.
You weren't.
No.
All right, Jokes. All right, you was gonna go see it, and now that it's coming out, you can go see it. I expect a full report.
Oh please, I can't wait to hear the review.
Cause listen, maybe you don't know, I'm a Looney Tunes dude, bro. I am. Every volume of the DVDs, all the way in, used to put them on every night. Like I'm all in. Ask me whatever you want about Termite Terrace, when it was, who was there, what they was doing. Yeah, Jokes, you like, what's Termite Terrace? Exactly, dog. I'm in there. So like, yeah, Wile E. Coyote, I'm with it. But I don't know, dog. I don't know. We could have shelved Aztec Batman. That's how I feel. We didn't need to
trade Aztec Batman or Batgirl.
Back on the shelf. I would take that.
Give me Batgirl.
Yeah, I would take that.
You know what I mean? Give me Batgirl. The completely finished movie.
Right. On the shelf.
Now,
sitting right there.
Listen. Let me be real. The special effects in that Batgirl movie was
gonna be garbage.
Oh, no, it was gonna be
trash. But listen,
It'd have been CW level.
That Batgirl movie was gonna be trash.
Mhm.
There's no two ways about it. It was gonna be trash.
Pre-James Gunn's vision of everything too. Yeah.
The only thing, the saving piece of that was supposed to be was the fact that Michael Keaton was going to be in it as Batman. That was going to be like the piece they're going to try to sell the whole entire thing with.
No, nope. On the show, take the taxes. Sin. They also announced Eyes of Wakanda comes out this Friday. Our good friend Jerry Gaylord worked on this show. You a little more excited than I am.
Hey, listen, when I saw that,
no, leave it like it is. I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna send it to him. Just that expression of excitement. Clip it and send it. Let's take a look.
Wakanda is a kingdom of many secrets.
Tell me about this isn't already cooking.
It's smoking it already.
Spies like you and me sent out across the world to do the missions that Wakanda does not want known.
Here's the thing. I like the idea of this. Like, that's the Trojan Horse. Like, I like the idea of maybe them being involved and stuff like that.
Be a ghost.
Gives me Assassin's Creed vibes.
You know what I'm saying?
The time to act is now.
We fight for home, for Wakanda.
Iron Fist.
Yeah, Iron Fist.
Yep, Iron Fist.
He might not be trash for one. Hey, dog. All right, so here's the thing. I want to send that trailer. I just want to email WB.com and just send them that trailer. This is how you do it. This is what you do.
Yeah, way better. Way better.
Look, I know WB money is kind of crazy right now, and it isn't Disney, Marvel, ESPN money. Zaina?
Hey, listen, it's going to take Black Panther to redeem Iron Fist.
Iron Fist is Zaina's favorite Marvel character.
Okay.
And, you know, LeBron. It did look like LeBron, didn't it, KB, in Eyes of Wakanda? Eyes of LeBron.
Terrible. Terrible. No, don't ever say that again.
You know, that's something I would say. That's not right.
Yeah. That's a dad joke.
Yeah, Iron Fist might actually be about something in this joint.
Yeah.
He probably will get bodied. Or it looked to me like it was a Wakandan who was Iron Fist, which I think would be a dope twist on.
That'd be dope. And
that's what it looked like. He looked brown to me.
Hey, listen, if that's what's gonna take to fix Iron Fist, let's do it.
Those were not words, jokes. I just want you to know, whatever just came out your face, those were not words. I don't know what you.
His brain. You know what time it is? He just got out of work. His brain turning off right now. That's what it is.
It's House of Gossip. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, jokes. Exactly. I don't even know what you think you said, but whatever it was, you understood it.
It was just sounds jumbled up together. His brain could not compute the rest.
Did you eat, bro? You need some? Are you?
No, it's time after this. Oh no, it's gonna be some food after this.
Okay, all right. Then maybe we need to shut this down because I think jokes. I think it's done. I think we're finished. If you can muster the words, jokes, tell us what's going on in wrestling this week and this weekend.
Oh man, this weekend. arguably probably WWE's second biggest show of the year, SummerSlam, taking over the whole weekend. So it is now a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. Alongside that, just like every other wrestling promotion does when WrestleMania comes around, there's so much wrestling that is happening over the Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend. So definitely gonna be tuning into that. And at the same time, still a new episode of The Finisher will be dropping on Saturday as well too.
Hey, Jokes, I'm just gonna take a moment to ask. I feel like we touched on it at some point, but like, has it really become necessary for these joints to be 2 days? Are they just?
Like,
do they just have too many people? Like, are they over?
and there's some points I think that they're over. WrestleMania, you know what? I can understand WrestleMania being 2 nights. I think the biggest, grandest show that you have, throw it all out there for it. But then when you start doing 2 nights, I get it. Y'all trying to make money, and y'all trying to get people in seats twice, right back to back. Get your bread. But I don't think we need 2 nights for all, like, each quarter. There's like the one big thing. I don't think we need to do
I
that,
actually
so.
kind of disagree. I think the big four should probably be 2 nights. So WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, and Survivor Series should be 2 nights because they never have every champion on the card, which is stupid. Like they never, like Julie's not on this one.
I guess for me, and look, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt because I'm not watching none of it. But to me, I don't think every championship should be on the card every time. I think you put more emphasis and make those things more important if it's like you're not really seeing the big thing for this championship until this event. Like these specific belts and championships tend to go on the line at these events, and these ones go online at these events, and the build up to those events could be longer, and you could write out longer storylines. Or have the belt change hands a little bit more often to add that little extra something. It doesn't always have to be at the event, right? And so, like, I don't know. I get it though. Like, people are all in and they're spending the money, and so I get it. I just it's making me wonder whether or not they need to have 2 nights, or if it's just. Let's see. Cuddy says a PLE was just for one show, Raw or SmackDown. So I see why the 2 biggest PLEs go 2 days. I mean,
you know what? 2 of the 4, I think, you got one in the middle of the year, kind of one at the beginning of the year. I think that works well. But then when you're trying to do this, like, for 4 of them, it's kind of like, and saying, like you said, like, you think I'll tell you the company that does it really well, that doesn't have the championship defended every single show, is New Japan. I think they do a very good job at, you know what, this show we're going to focus on one group or one division specifically, but then you don't see like the heavyweight championship being defended on like their cruiserweight type of division. We'll give you a whole show dedicated to that. But you know what? That next jump we're going to do next month or whenever, here's where you get your main core championships on. You get your world heavyweight, you get your tag teams. It's on here. Because they don't do that every single show, because otherwise I feel like it would get boring after a while.
I mean, I again, I don't have a cart in the race. I'm just throwing it out there because as I'm seeing it happen more and more that they're 2-day events. And look, some of it is pushback because they haven't had someone to push and be a real rival to them in quite some time. So the fact that there is one at any level is like, all right, well, we're going to do more. You know what I mean? And I'm not, I just 2 days is because it's one thing to be 2 days. It's another thing for them to be 2 days and be super long. Because it's not like they're shorty. They were already like long events to begin with.
So did you go look at the match list?
And they're super long.
Oh yeah.
Say again?
We got a ride this weekend for 2 nights. Yeah.
It's like 16 matches as of now.
2 nights now. So there's stacking it.
But
I think that's a lot.
It's a lot.
But that's cool. It does mean that an event like that, everybody's going to pay because at some point they're going to get to see their favorite person. Like,
that is
you know what I mean?
100% right.
And I, you know what I mean? And I get
The
that.
only
I,
issue, the only issue with that is they typically do not tell you which matches are on each night until like the week before. So even though you may have your
Yeah.
favorite person that you want to see, there's no guarantee that
Yeah,
if you're the
which
person
ticket
that
you pick
only
for? Yeah.
buys one night, you may not end up actually seeing your person. I think that's
yeah,
the
but I
only.
don't. I'll be honest. I don't actually think it's about the tickets at the stadium, because there's a finite number of tickets you can sell at the stadium. But
Hmm.
the PLEs is infinite. Like, paying for it sitting at home, that's who the show is actually for. Say what you want. It's great to go and to see it live and whatever, but like, there's only so many seats in the arena. So
Hmm.
you know there's a finite number of seats you can sell. Now you can bring the price up, but you still can't increase the number of spaces that are there.
True.
But you can infinitely sell to the people who are watching at home.
Mm-hmm.
And when they decide, I'm off the weekend or I'm taking the weekend off, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I'm buying the food. I'm not going anywhere. I'm all
Us.
in.
Hey,
Those
listen.
people,
Hey,
and again,
hey, look.
if you bought a ticket to see the event and you went to one night and the person you really, really wanted to see wasn't there that night, you still paying for the pay. You still gonna watch the next night. It ain't like
Hmm.
you not gonna watch it. So they getting your money again anyway.
Yep. Like saying,
Yeah.
I was so close to when they announced that SummerSlam was going to be shown in theaters. I was like,
Going
hey,
for that. Yeah.
that could be fun. But then it went up, and apparently you can only buy it in one option. You have to pay for a 2 night pass to get both tickets, and they give you a shirt. It's $60.
So
That doesn't sound that bad though.
I know, but
That doesn't sound that bad. Because how much is it to pay for the PLE anyway?
$8. Peacock.
Well,
Normally,
then you
yeah.
gotta think
If you
like, do you
doing
want to
what
go
pay,
sit in the theater for 7 hours watching it? You know what I mean? Where if you're at
think
home,
about it. If you don't have Peacock already, and again,
hmm
y'all got to remember, they not really doing this to sell to the people who already have Peacock.
hmm
This for the people who don't, because they the ones spending it. Like, that's really what it is.
it's crazy that people are still paying for pay-per-view when you can literally just get Peacock for literally a month, and it just baffles me.
Nah, look, I think it's people who just are scared that if I do it, I'm gonna forget to cancel it, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and they just, so like, yeah, I'll pay and just watch it on cable. Like, I'll just get it. I got a
Mhm.
cable box. Like, there's still people with cable boxes and satellite. Like, dog, they exist. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's a thing.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't weigh everybody down by the way that you view. You have to remember,
Mhm.
like, when they look at it, they're looking at every version of revenue stream possible
Facts.
from, you know what I mean, from a business standpoint. So again, I get it. If I make it 2 days and you can only afford to buy a ticket to one, you still gonna buy a ticket to one, and you still gonna watch it at
Go home
home.
and watch that on at home.
Like, you're still gonna watch it at home. And imagine, if you think about it, the people who are most likely to actually pay for a ticket to go to the show, I guarantee you they have Peacock. I
Oh
guarantee
yeah.
you they have they're already paying for it, and they going to the show. I'm not. I, this is in no way. My favorite thing about wrestling is the business.
Hmm.
That's the only reason why I'm even asking about the 2 days. I just want to see where it goes, because I can't see it going beyond that. Even though technically it is beyond that, because of what happens on Friday nights
Yeah.
and what happens on Monday
Hmm.
nights.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always been like that. It's always been like that. When me and Saint used to get together and watch these pay-per-views, like, we already knew SmackDown and Monday night, it's going down. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
you already knew. It's part of it. It's the continuation. Like, we here for
Mm-hmm.
the cliffhanger. Don't play
Yeah.
with me.
The next part of the story.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Guaranteed that whoever was running it, TNT, USA, Fox, whoever was running Monday Night Raw, the time slots for the commercials during that show skyrocket.
Hmm.
Period. Like, we're talking about once a month, these advertisers will pay almost Super Bowl money
Hmm.
once a month for this hour-long show. Like, all right, let's go, because you know how many eyes are going to be on it. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I was just asking. I apologize for turning this into
A
Jokes
whole
Wrestling Corner,
segment.
but I'm proud of you for getting through that with all real words, Jokes. Now, Sin,
Yeah.
what's happening in anime?
10 a.m. Thursday, the newest episode will drop. This week we talk about tropes in anime, and how we feel about them, all from the festival episodes to the beach episodes that we talk about. That every episode, every anime has to have like one of those type of episodes, including other types of tropes that we go through. Also, like I mentioned last week, with our top threes, this summer season is so difficult to choose what is our animes of the week. This week is no different like I knew it was. This week coming up is going to be no different than we're going into. Like, they're just hitting on all cylinders. And if y'all are not watching that Takapi's Original Sin, treat yourself to it. Just as this week was no different. Apparently it's only going to be 6 episodes, so this week is supposed to be the finale, and we are on pins and needles of how this is going to close out. Because as a hard, tough watch as it really truly is, because of what it's about, it is written and done on a top tier level. It is so good. So look forward to that this week.
I dig it. The Loading Snacks Movie Club Movie of the Month, which was Upgrade. The discussion is live. It went live yesterday. I cannot recommend enough that you listen to us complain about this movie. I'm not gonna say it that way. I cannot recommend enough that you like watch the skillful breakdown that Coop goes through.
We start here, and by the end, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
While I will already tell you I can't necessarily recommend the movie, I highly recommend you watch
Yeah.
the movie club discussion about the movie. Let me tell you that. Also, as stated earlier, our Spoiler Boys episode for Fantastic Four First Steps is up. Highly recommend you go and check that out. Get our freshest thoughts on Fantastic Four, as we had that discussion pretty much right after we came out of the theater and came home. So that discussion is relatively raw, and we're kind of thinking through it as we discuss it, which I think is, important and kind of cool. We have a few conventions coming up. So we have Otakon in like 2 weeks. That's the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So you're going to be at Otakon. Come check us out there. We have Anime NYC and Fairfax Comic-Con 2 weeks after that. So Anime NYC the 21st through the 24th. Fairfax Comic-Con the 23rd and the 24th. We have MercurioCon the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. So that following weekend. We also have TCon on the 30th and the 31st. It is very busy, and that is leaving out an additional convention that we already had for next week, which was Big Lick Roanoke. But looks like we may be mushing that on to later in the year when they go to Greensboro, North Carolina. And then in September, as of right now, we have lined up StellarCon PA. In Lancaster. So we'll be there doing some things. Right now we have a panel set for MercurioCon. We don't know the day yet. They have not given that to us. But also it looks like there may be some discussions about us hosting some of the guest panels. So we'll see. When we know, you'll know. Outside of that, if you could do me personally the favor of going on your Instagram and following the Finisher podcast on Instagram, there's a separate Instagram now for the Finisher. So if you're a wrestling person, please go and check that out. If you're not, but you love us, go follow him anyway, please. Go tell the people what I need them to know. I will be watching K-pop this week. listen, I want you to know, man, he's already said it. He just hasn't done it. You know what I'm saying?
Very valid.
And this Thursday, our Instagram for the Loading Snacks anime chat goes live. So there will be a separate Instagram for the anime chat. So if you're an anime folk, or if you just love us and you want to show some support, we'd appreciate it if you, once that goes live, hit the button, hit the follow, and so forth. I think that's it. I feel like I covered everything.
I think so.
We have to have another meeting tonight. So we got to shut it down. We got to get K in here. And then we got to talk. Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
You got to eat, Jokes, because
I'm on the same. Yeah. So we shut it down. Throwing something in the air fryer. Need to.
I give you some words, bro. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us this evening. It has been wonderful to have you. Always love to see your names pop up in the chat. I want to give a special shout out to the lurkers, those of you who are there, but you don't say anything. We know you're there, and we appreciate you just as much. We love you all. Jokes, tell the folks what I need them to hear.
Remember, y'all, just because you have a well thought out plan doesn't make it a good idea.
And your well thought out plan should be to watch K-pop.
I think Mama already gave you your marching orders.
That would be a good idea. With that, we're out. Toodles and loose.
Loading Snacks